I've been thinking about this for a long time, but today is the day that I decided I'm going to be a flower farmer. I'm going to try it. I am standing here at my family's century farm, and this place has kind of gone downhill over the years, and I always thought to myself, well, someday when I have $1 million, I can clean it up and I can put in pretty fences. And yeah, I'm not making $1 million anytime soon. I don't know about all you guys, but I worked in corporate America, I worked in private America, and I even tried my own online Amazon selling business. But I really found out I love flowers when I bought the house next to me to kind of pretty up the town, take an old, terrible looking house and tear it down, and I just started planting flowers and doing landscaping in my own yard, and I loved it. And I've been thinking, we have that farm and there's plenty of areas where I could do flowers, and I've thrown the idea around with my parents, and I know it'd be a lot of hard work and everything like that, so I hadn't really made up my mind. And I think, sorry, I have crazy hair. And I just decided today, I'm going to do it. And I was like, I should just video the process of it, because this is going to be a lot of work. And I thought it'd be really cool to kind of have a video journal of everything that I've done. So I'm starting out here, and I'm going to just walk around where I think it would all start. I would walk around the entire farm, but it's like 96 degrees today in Iowa. Super, super muggy. So anyway, here I go. I did actually start cleaning up this farm a little, just as I zip tied that. It kept falling down. So I just put a zip tie on it. But that pasture over there is all part of the farm. And there were a bunch of hay bales out there. Maybe I could throw a picture of that. We actually have people that do rent the farm, and they do all of the corn and everything. There's the old farmhouse that my grandpa grew up in. I think his room was this room over here that faces north. I'm walking west right now, so that would be the north. This is where I think the flower farm is going to start. And sorry, I should probably find better video equipment to make this memorable. But hey, this is the first video. This is the day I decided it all. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a lot of hard work, and I think everybody's going to think I'm crazy, and it may fail, and things may die, but you have to try, right? You only live once, and I'm not getting any younger. So I think in here, this is the area that I'm thinking of starting, which we won't be cutting out trees, so perhaps I can start on the other side of these trees. This year there was actually a fence that ran all the way along this line here, and then back there, and I actually did rip that fence out. I wish I would have videoed that. That would have been neat to see. You can see part of it over here because I didn't do it in these trees. Yeah, I dug down and I just ripped the fence along there. You can kind of see where some of the tree stumps are. And then my dad came along and helped, because he cut all the trees down and we moved all the brush. I think this is going to be the spot, guys. There's probably a lot to learn, like what do they use on all of the corn, and will it hurt the flowers? And I've already been doing research on flowers, and I know some flowers I want to start with. I think sunflowers are very invasive in Iowa. Definitely don't want them taking over the cornfield, so I've got a lot of research ahead of me, but this is just a quick overview. I know it's all grass. We've got this huge dead oak tree. I'm not going to walk right under because it might just get me, I don't know. I did scrape the paint off of this building this summer, and I actually did start a video on that. It is called the chicken house. I don't know if that came from my great-grandparents but I think I have like this much property I could work with. Some of it is in the shade, some of it is not. I'll probably have to come out here and monitor the shade over the next few days. And then there is a really cool barn. We kind of cleaned up and tore down trees, and we've just slowly, this spring, we kind of cleaned up all of this. It was all overgrown. And I thought next spring I'll start with that and try to get around that old barn cleaned up. And then in the midst of it all, I thought, hey, I'm going to be a flower gardener or a flower farmer. But this is actually a really cool old barn. After I clean it up, maybe I could take a peek inside sometime and put a video of it, because it actually has trees, like the actual trunks of trees, like, are all on the inside holding up different parts of this barn. It is amazing. And out that way there's a pond that we used to go fishing at when I was a little kid. We would catch bluegill and things like that, but like anything, it is silted in, and I think it is just it's too shallow now, so I don't think any fish live in it. You can hear a lot of frogs croaking at night. Yeah, as you can see, there are a lot of areas that could be cleaned up, a lot of areas where flowers could be planted, and a lot of buildings that could be cleaned up. So, yeah, a lot of work. But I just wanted to run out here really quick. I'm sure everybody wondered where I just took off to, but I thought, if this is the day and I'm gonna be a flower farmer, I need to just video what I'm starting with. That shed's kind of a staple. Back when my grandpa was alive and we would come out to see him, he would always be in that shed cleaning his garden tools or whatever. And that, I think it's an old gas tank, it's set there for as long as I can remember as a kid. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's rusted. I did clean all this area out. There is obviously some I need to clean up more, but you can see I kind of like trim these up. These are still stumps we need to cut out. If you look over here, we have honeybees that have just taken over the shed, but we just leave them. Sometimes we just mow around them. So that's it. That was a quick rundown of the property, just kind of a before picture, and yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna be a flower farmer. I don't know what that entails. I don't know if someday I'll be looking at this video going, I did it, or I'll be like, oh, that was crazy. All right, have a good day. Bye.